Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Farr, and tonight we are talking about the 30th anniversary of the Game Boy, because it's Nintendo! And I love talking about Nintendo. It doesn't hurt that I own stocks in Nintendo, so I really like talking about them. Why are we talking about the Game Boy? Once again, it's the 30th anniversary of the Game Boy, so it came out April 21st, 1989 in Japan. So it was the successor to the Game & Watch, which I don't have a Game & Watch. I don't even actually own a Game Boy, if I'm being honest, but I really like talking about the Game Boy because without the Game Boy, we're not going to be where we are. So, why is the Game Boy so important? Well, like I said, it's the successor to the Game & Watch. It was created by Satoru Okada and Genpai Yokiya. I'm just going to put the names over here because I don't know how to pronounce them. But really, it's a huge deal. The Game Boy was one of the biggest things ever. Actually, one of the two creators, I don't remember which one, he saw a businessman actually playing with a calculator. So I brought out my calculator, my TI 83 Plus that Spider-Man used in Spider-Man Homecoming, which I had this way before him, so I'm cooler than Spider-Man, but that's not important. Really, what happened is he saw that, and he was like, we need to do something about this. So there's the original model, which is going to be a photo right there. Then there's the Play It Loud model right there. There's the Pocket model. And then there's the Light. So all those are the models of Game Boy. We're not counting color or past that. This is the original Game Boy. So, really, with the Game Boy, there's great games. That's a no-brainer. We've talked about many of these great games. I mean, we did the video, which will be in the eye above. You know, Game Boy games, if they made a Game Boy, I don't know what you want to call it, a Game Boy Classic Edition. So Tetris is an obvious inclusion. Super Mario Land, Pokemon, any of them really. And then Link's Awakening for Legend of Zelda. Really, those are all great picks. So if they were included in one, it'd be amazing. Really, the reason we're talking about the Game Boy is the legacy of the Game Boy. So the Game Boy and I'd say the Walkman are part of the reasons that we have smartphones today. So what ended up happening is the Walkman happened in 1979. Convenient, made by Sony. Then the Game Boy in 1989. So both are portable options for two things. And then phones were becoming portable. So they combined all three. And now we have the smartphone that we have today, which I'm just going to pull mine out here because it's always a good thing to talk about my phone, my Sony phone, which is pretty much a Game Boy. Well, it's a lot more powerful than a Game Boy. Plays video games, listens to music, does all the stuff. But really, the reason I bring it up here is because here's a 3DS. You know, without the Game Boy, the 3DS wouldn't exist. I mean, it's just true. Well, mainly the Game Boy Advance SP, but, you know, I just love the 3DS. So if you don't own a 3DS, you know, maybe now's the time to look into them now that they're going to be cheaper. I mean, this looks awesome. This Galaxy one that I have here. This is the new 3DS. Remember how I was talking about how they, for the Switch ideas, they need to definitely name them differently. So, really, what do you think of the Game Boy? What is your favorite Game Boy game, actually? Mine would probably be Link's Awakening. I played a little bit of it. I didn't play too much of it, but Link's Awakening was great, and it's coming to the Switch later this year, so I think it's now the perfect time to get on the Game Boy. So, which Game Boy game is your favorite, and which Game Boy model would you get? Tell me in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.